Yes, there is a reason why my face is so close to the camera right now. I am 37 years old and I just had the 6-month anniversary for my adult braces. I thought I would catch you up to speed on how it's going so far and what the plan is from this point on. Let's get started. Here are the most common questions that I get from people. Number one, did I ever have braces before? Yes. I had braces for 1 year when I was in high school. Overall, the experience was good, but I was never happy with my canine teeth being higher than the rest even after I got my braces. Number two, I did not wear my retainer. Please wear your retainer. If you get braces and you are in high school or in college right now, please wear your retainer, because in 20 years, you're gonna be like me and have to get braces again. I did have a permanent retainer behind my bottom teeth, but eventually, after 3 or 4 years, it fell out. I never got it replaced, and then my bottom teeth actually became crooked over time. Why did I decide at nearly 40 years old to get braces? That is a great question, Dr. Geldzai. Thank you, Justin. You're welcome. Reason number one, in 2020, I went to my dentist in Cambridge, Massachusetts. She pointed out that my back teeth on both sides were actually flat. In other words, because I was grinding my teeth, I actually wore away the enamel on the upper and bottom teeth to the point at which there was not the normal ridges that you would see, and it was actually like 2 books on top of each other. This is not good. She said in 5 or 10 or 15 years, I would need to get caps on my teeth, or these are coverings, to protect them from wearing down anymore. Sometimes I actually wake myself up with the sound of my teeth putting pressure on each other. It also can hurt my jaw, particularly if I'm stressed out. For some reason, I grind my teeth even more, and my jaw the next day will actually hurt. If I'm sleeping near somebody, it is loud enough where it can actually wake up that person. Because my teeth aren't in line, this puts unnecessary stress on my bottom teeth. Over time, this extra pressure and movement of my bottom teeth causes the bottom gums to retract and slowly disappear. Reason number 3, aesthetics. I just wanted to have teeth I was proud of. I've never really liked the straightness of my teeth, and I thought this is a great time to take care of that. I actually kind of always envied people who had really straight teeth. I always thought, I had braces, why aren't my teeth straight? Again, I should have worn a retainer. And now this is a reminder, okay, I can take care of this once and for all. I also have this goal of taking care of a lot of things before I turn 40. I'm getting in really good shape right now. I'm eating healthier than I ever have. I'm building my career. One of the things that I also want to take care of is my teeth. Reason number 4, COVID-19. And you may think, well, what does a global pandemic have to do with getting braces on your teeth? Well, it just so happens that during COVID-19, you have to wear a mask. In fact, most of the people I know don't even know that I have braces, because this thing has been on my mouth since the beginning of the pandemic. There has been an increase in the amount of adults looking to get braces or dental treatment or plastic surgery because no one can see what your mouth actually looks like. Let me catch you up on my first 6 months of having adult braces. First, my pre-exam visit, and then what we decided to do. Here's my diagnosis. I have a skeletal class 3, where my lower jaw is slightly in front of my upper jaw in a front-back direction. Originally, they said I might actually need to have jaw surgery, where they break the bone on either side and actually reposition the entire jaw. I was not happy about this. If you look up on other YouTube videos about jaw surgery, it is terrifying. I've had a couple of friends who've gotten it done. Not fun. They later decided that with the braces themselves, they would be able to adjust my teeth enough that this is not necessary. I was so happy and grateful. Next, I have an angle dental class 3. Malocclusion. The teeth on the sides and the front are not fitting well. And that just makes sense. They're just not aligned correctly, and there's definitely some pressure in points where there shouldn't be. I have a slight constricted palate, my upper jaw width. So my upper palate is actually a little bit narrow, but not to the point in which it's a major issue, but this is something that he noted. Crowding of the upper and lower teeth. You can see My upper teeth are starting to straighten out a little bit, but my bottom teeth is where the crowding is really obvious. I also have mild to moderate 1 to 6 millimeter bone loss around the front teeth, gingival recession with lower central incisors. You can see there's actually recession around, and again, all of these dental issues are caused by my teeth not being in proper alignment. It's amazing how even a couple millimeters in one direction or another can completely change the health of your mouth. What's the treatment plan that we decided? One, they recommended comprehensive orthodontic treatment. They may need to remove 1 or 2 of my bottom teeth when I get my bottom braces on in a few weeks. They don't know until first they correct the arch, and then they can decide what to do. My teeth are at the point where they're supposed to be either an overbite or an underbite. You don't actually want the teeth hitting each other. My teeth are pretty much there. As I get older, my teeth might actually end up being on top of each other to the point at which they crack each other. So I want to take care of this problem now. So we've started with the upper front braces. I've had these for 6 months now. I'm gonna get my lower braces on in a few weeks. They wanted to first fix the arch. So you can see it's actually getting pretty straight right here. My lower are definitely not straight. One reason they did the upper first is they want to align this and make sure that my bottom teeth then match the alignment of my upper teeth so they are in a nice straight line. If you do the braces at the same time, in my case, I may have a nice arch and straight bottom teeth, but they might actually not overlap correctly with the upper teeth. They will also start using elastics and rubber bands on my teeth, which I'm actually really excited about. I already have the places in the brackets in order to hook the rubber bands onto the top. I just need to get the bottom braces on in order to have something for the rubber bands to attach to. They also said there's minimal slenderizing of teeth. They might actually get this little saw paper and slightly shrink down the size of my teeth, very minimal, to help them arrange even better. I could also possibly get black triangles. This is where as your teeth straighten, it can actually create an upside down triangle where there's gum recession, and the black part comes from the fact that there's no light, so it looks dark. My complete orthodontics treatment is going to be anywhere from 22 months to 28 months. I'm really hoping that it's sooner. Why did I choose ceramic braces over Invisalign? I actually briefly had Invisalign about 10 years ago. I had to stop treatment because I moved overseas, and I didn't like having to take them in and out each time I ate. I didn't like having to worry about changing them every few weeks, getting them in the mail. I just wanted them to be on my teeth, go to the orthodontist every 8 weeks, have them tightened, make sure they're clean, but then forget about them otherwise. The Invisalign was going to be delayed because of COVID-19. This is where they actually have to do the impressions at the orthodontist, send them out to another company. The company, because of COVID, was backlogged with all these people who wanted Invisalign. I would have had to wait an extra few months to even get started because there was such a backlog with the company. Also, I just don't trust myself. I want these things on my teeth. I can't take them off. They're there, they're doing their job. I don't want to forget to put it in one night and I lose 8 hours of work. I don't want to delay my treatment. When I'm doing it, I want to do it right. I want to get it done. I don't want to have to worry about it anymore. And I felt like the permanent braces were the way to go. I went ceramic because they just look, I think they look better. They're less noticeable in your teeth versus metal brackets. The big question I get from people, did it hurt and does it hurt? When I got my upper braces on, they were definitely sore for about 2 weeks or so. And that right around the 2-week mark, I stopped noticing that I even had them. Yeah, my teeth were sore. I actually had to eat mostly using my back teeth. I couldn't use my front teeth. The brackets actually do rub up against your gums, so it makes them a little bit sore. But again, for me, within a few days in that case, they actually were able to toughen up and resolve itself. So far, I have had 2 different wires. The first wire they put on was incredibly thin, and this was because if they use a thicker wire, because my teeth weren't straight and aligned, it would actually just rip the bracket off. In other words, it's forcing the wire to do too much, and something has to give, and probably it's going to be the actual bracket. That's a problem because then you have to go back to the orthodontist to get that fixed, and it's a big issue. I got my second wire a few months in. It was twice the thickness of the first one, and that's when I really began to see a difference in the alignment and the straightness of my teeth, because now the stronger wire was able to put more pressure on my teeth and the roots and actually straighten them out. The biggest changes I've noticed so far, definitely my canine teeth have come down. My right canine looks even better. It looks pretty much ready to go. My left one is still a little bit high, but that's going to improve. I also noticed that my overall arch got better. That's like a much cleaner fit. Another thing they did to me the last time I saw them about 6 weeks ago, they put these metal spikes in the back of my 4 front teeth. The reason for this is if I smile, you can see a gap over here. And basically what I was doing, my tongue was putting pressure on my teeth and not allowing them to move correctly. So these spikes that are behind my front teeth actually prevent my tongue from sticking through and poking those teeth. It's like little speed bumps or spikes that when my tongue tries to go in that position, it's like a little sting and my tongue goes back. Now I'm used to it. I don't even think about it anymore, but definitely for the first 2 weeks, I noticed my tongue was sore. But I also noticed even without lower braces being put on yet, one of my teeth actually started to straighten. And I think either this is in my head, but I think this is because now my tongue is not forcing it to stay in an awkward position. So the next steps, I'm getting my lower braces put in really soon. Super excited. Anytime I go to the orthodontist, I'm excited because that is one step closer to not having braces anymore. They're gonna put them on, they're gonna put the rubber bands on, they're gonna teach me how to use the rubber bands. This will now begin to straighten my bottom teeth again, and more importantly, straighten my bite and smile. 6 months in, am I glad that I got braces? Yes. Particularly because of COVID, I work remotely, I wear a mask most of the time. People don't even know that I have them. I already feel slightly that my bite is improving. I can see the straightness of my teeth improving, and I know that in the long term, I'm doing something now to invest in my future. Some of the biggest surprises that I had from braces are those who do know I have braces or those who have seen them just don't care. And it's great because you blow it up in your mind that that's all people are gonna care about. I've actually been on several dates since I've had braces, and I thought, oh man, this is a deal breaker for these girls. They're not gonna, wanna, see me anymore. Funny enough, 2 of them actually are currently using Invisalign. And when they saw my braces, they asked, why did you do ceramic braces over Invisalign? I explained why. And they actually both said to me, I wish I had just done permanent braces. It would have been easier. I didn't have to put so much work into it. It's cool that you did that. If I did it again, I probably just would have done regular braces. Another cool thing is my orthodontist recommended this child's mouthwash that tastes like bubble gum. And I know it sounds really strange, but it tastes really, really good. Every time I use mouthwash, I actually kind of look forward to it because it reminds me of bubble gum I used to chew as a kid. About cleaning my teeth, I just use normal dental floss once a day, brush my teeth twice a day, and mouthwash twice a day. The dental floss I use regular. I've gotten really good at it. It doesn't take much longer. Brushing is pretty much normal as well. Overall, it really hasn't been that much of a change for me. And again, as I see improvements in my teeth, I'm so glad that I decided now to do this and just get it done, get my teeth in the correct place, have a better bite, and not have problems over the next 5, 10, 20 years. The last really surprising thing about having braces is when people find out that I have them, I hear all the time from people, oh, I should have gotten braces 5 years ago. I should have gotten them 10 years ago. I have all these problems with my bite, or yeah, I just had this other dental issue. My recommendation to you, if you're thinking about braces and your orthodontist decides that that is the right treatment for you, don't overthink it. Do not overthink it. Just get it done. Thankfully, my work is actually helping me pay for part of it, which is really nice. I'm doing this now. I'm getting it out of the way. So if you are considering braces and your orthodontist recommends them, I just say go for it, especially if your work is going to help pay for it. Having adult braces is just not a big deal.